Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Ashita no Joe episode 32. Joe has acquired his Class B license and been lined up with a match with a guy with a name. I don't remember what the name is, but I do remember that the guy had one. And now we're off into the boxing world. It feels like we have solidly concluded one portion of one arc and are stepping off across the bridge into the future and the unknown. We have a match. That's what we're heading toward. I would be kind of down for a time skip here. Just a little smidgy of one. In the last episode, we got a bit of a time skip from Joe failing the Class B exam to succeeding it, and it felt like we kind of lost something there. There's like a change that happens within him that allows him to achieve it when he couldn't before, and I feel like we could have spent a little bit more time building on that and focusing in on it, but so it goes, so it is. We skipped over it, and it's fine. Here, in this circumstance, we've got a month or whatever of training and then a match, and I'd be totally okay with us skipping that this time and opening this episode climbing into the ring, or maybe better than that, entering into the event hall, getting a sense of the scale of things and all the audience members, and maybe seeing the dude with the opera glasses. Who knows, right? I think that would be really cool because we've had this moment where Joe got to watch some boxing from afar and see the scale of the thing, and getting to sort of cement that as like, this is where you are now. Like, you're a part of this show. That isn't the far off thing that we see sort of silhouetted in that awesome postcard memory with Joe standing outside of the ring and it was Rikishi on the inside. And it's like, well, there's a divide here. Now that divide has narrowed. Joe is getting closer and closer, but he's got to prove himself. This is his big debut. He's going to be in the ring against a fighter who's probably pretty darn good. Joe has like upped his level significantly, and that should indicate that the level of opponents that he's going to be facing are way more difficult than most of the people he would have faced in like the prison, you know? These are pro fighters who are really in it to win it, and we're going to have to see how Joe stacks up against the competition. The last episode had a couple of other elements. The town getting behind Joe and saying, we want you to feel the weight on your shoulders. We want you to bear and carry this responsibility. Your actions matter to all of us. I love it. I hope that it's not too much pressure for Joe. I hope that it doesn't crush him, but I don't think it will. As far as this particular story goes, the idea that he's got a community relying on him, believing in him, pushing him forward, I think is beautiful, and I can't wait to see it evolve as we move forward. Let me draw something. Maybe with a weird little curve to him. That's kind of a fucking mess. I want to see what would happen if I went really messy with the background, and it turns out I don't like it. I could go in and just fill it all in with blue, but I think I'm just going to pass. I'm just going to leave it sort of sketchy, because I'd rather have, like, evidence of my mistake. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, when it's far away, you can't really see the sketchy lines. It's just a mild bluiness, which is kind of what I wanted. Just ugly when it gets up close. Yeah, fair enough. Go Joe! Champion Joe! Our hero Joe! Let's watch some Joe. I've got episode 32 up and ready to go. I'm ready to go in and fight against guy with a name. Let's take him down. Doesn't deserve that name. I've got 32 up and ready to go. There'll be two versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, early access on the Patreon, beep timer to count you down. Let's get into it. Let's find out which way tomorrow lies for today. Ooh, it's a pretty island. Oh, it's that island. Sending a telegraph to the Korakuen Hall mate waiting room. Came up with too many multiple messages. Invade, I mean break into. Yeah, let's just tell us the words you want on the telegraph. Yokata, yokata. Road to the shining. We're headed there. Is that it? It's Karakuen. We're there. We're doing it. We time skipped. Let's go. That's what I want. Unless maybe we're time skipping to Nishi's fight, which would be the only in-betweeny. No, it's today, dude. It's Yabuki Joe in the ring. It's right now. It's bappening. Baby, it's bappening. Bing. How's it feel, Joe? Oh, first-time boxers just being scared. Oh, okay, so Nishi's up as well. I hope we get to see Nishi fight, too. Mamos Nishi. The funk is here! Yo! You have friends! Again with the Nishi faces, he's so aesthetic! That's very flowery. He's getting married to boxing, it'll be fine. Your opponent? Oh, everybody dislikes you. How dare you be laughing and having a good time? Oh! Did he? Yeah, you're talking a lot. We get to see Nishi's match, let's go! Grovu. Oh, fuck. Oh, God! Nishi's all schwamped and Joe doesn't know how to talk. Yeah, man, you've done this. You've done this before. You got it. Oh, we found his gloves. Yeah? Yeah! Gotta snap you out of her really quick. Yay! Everybody else is freaking out, man. Have some self-awareness. Depends. Yeah, let's not start a fight in the waiting room. Again, we don't need to do that. We don't need to make a news scene. Just Just go with it. Vamos, Nishi! I hope you don't stay here with Joe. That would be a cool idea, but I really want to see Nishi's match. You got your own match to prep for. Oh, that's fair. Or jump in the ring and try to beat up his opponent. Or something else crazy. Fight a ref. Stay. Stay. Bad dog. Stay. Good doggy. Please do. Please do, Nishi. We need you. Man, watching him walk up the stairs and just having to stay here. We don't even have, like, TVs or radios or anything to... Oh, when we left him alone with all the... No! Nobody's gonna try anything. You shut the hell up. Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, you're making a lot of noise over there. Ah, chill. Yeah, chill. Joe's a little punk. Get out of here, old man. What a punk. I drew them all in the, like, crossbar form. Because that's what I found when I, like, looked up Japanese banners. But they had some with, like, the hanging... Like a hanging pole. Interesting. I like that we're spending this time inside Joe's head. Oh. Oh, man. That's the reality of it, eh? Can't control that your body bleeds, man. We didn't get that good luck and good omen we were hoping for. So now, Joe, you're the one who has to carry us to our first victory. Let's Joe! Joe! Watch out, man. This is real stuff. Yeah, you can't control that. It can be tragic, too. In, like, big important fights when a cut just happens and it has nothing to do with the skill of the fighter. We're in it! I got there. Whoa, 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 whoa. The words we've been waiting to hear. This is a new track. It's got some elements of the... Yeah. Yeah. Da, 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 da. But the arrangement's a little bit different. Okay, it all came together there, but for a bit of it, it's a little, like, off, a little funky, a little, like, questioning, like, not as triumphant and certain. I really like this track's used for this purpose. Up into the light. Awesome. That's an image right there. That's an image. Like the bridge leads right up to those stairs, leads right up to the ring, and the ring's on top of the mountain, and there we are. Our imagery is complete. That's awesome. That's awesome. We got a long way to go, old man. There are things you gotta say, man. Tange-kun. You punk ass bitch. You punk ass bitch. Bring that energy to the ring. Let's go, Joe. Oh, the simultaneous step up the. Ooh. Oh, why did that do something to my heart? My kokoro went doki doki. Holy shit. Oi. Waka 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 waka. How many times have I drawn the ring like apart from us? Like that we're looking up to the ring, trying to get to it? I've drawn it maybe a half a dozen times now. Over our 30 episodes, the ring's up there and we're trying to get there, but we're not there yet. We're here. The lights. The crowd. All right. How are we going to do it? How are we going to do this fight? Because this is all about Joe's debut. This really isn't about the other guy. It's not really even about the fight itself. This is a pop. This is awesome. I don't know how this like theme song just repeating over and over is so badass. Yeah. You're on top of the mountain, man. The air's thinner up here. This is where champions walk. Okay? The blur of the lights. The announcer. That sure is a lad. Hello, Murase Takeo! We got a crowd cheering for Yabuki Joe. He was in the newspapers, man. People are gonna want to see who this monster is. Oh, they're here! Awesome. Awesome. Oh, Wolf Kanaguchi! What the hell? He's really popular, yeah. Oh, hi, Noriko. Hi, father. Uh-huh. He's famous. That's so cool. Hey. Oh, he's crying. Oh, he's crying for him. Yeah, this is about you. Like, for the first time, you don't have to play the clown to get attention. The attention's already on you. The roar as he raises his hand. Whoa, man. Whoa, Joe! He's really here. All these pieces are really making it feel like, oh, we're really here. Okay, okay, okay. Yay! Yay! Okay, alright, simmer down, bud. Yeah, do this after the fight. You don't want to do this and then get your ass kicked. Who is that shadow of a demon standing behind them? Hmm. Guy looks like his family just came down from the trees. Looks scary. Oh, he's a star. No, he's born and raised, baby. Watch him rise. We're really building up Wolf Kanaguchi. I'm excited for that. A little mini rivalry. Okay, okay. Yeah. Let's do the real deal now. Don't underestimate your man. Don't underestimate your man. Maybe he was just born that way, dude. That's mean. I mean, I said something mean about his face earlier, too. I don't know, man. I feel like if you're gonna box long enough, you're gonna get your nose broken a few times, no matter how good you are. He spotted them! Oh, what an angle. Look, that little crisp line right under his eye. Ah. They called it Skid Row, but they mean Slumtown, yeah. I hope we don't translate it as Skid Row in the future. I feel like that's wrong. I can swap it in my head, but I don't want to. Let's go! Have a good day at school! Okay. Have a good day at school, kid! Don't forget your lunch! It's a knuckle sandwich. Well. Yeah, thank you, announcer. Utta. Oh, you heard him. He doesn't seem to be hitting him super hard. Okay, he's gone for a clinch. Okay. Shit. Fuck. He doesn't have the footwork, man. Yeah, Noriko, it's your voice that will guide us into the future. You gotta counter. It's all he's got, right? You can't hit me with that was just a Jodan. That's insane. Okay, well, Joe's getting cooked. He's getting tenderized like a steak. That's true. Alright, we're with Rikishi then. He's gonna cross counter the fuck out of this guy. It's what he's got, right? Oh, well. Hey. Please. Oh, but he didn't go for that one. He's not getting an opening either. Looking like a dork. Huh? Oh, suddenly an aura of power. Never mind. An aura of absolute insanity. And he's locked in 100%. It's a cross counter, baby. Clonk. Ah! Is it the only way Joe can win? He needs something new. He needs something more, but fuck yeah. That's cool. Hopefully not a double knockdown, but a clean one. But Joe's taking a bunch of damage already, so I don't know. Cross counter! One falls and the other does not. Joe remains on his feet. It was alright. You've only got one trick, my guy. But I think you just won your first match. I really like those. I was about to say exactly that. I really like these big frames with all the faces like stretched out behind them. Even if we're reusing them, I really like those. I love the vibes of this. I feel like we've established a bunch of the language of what a boxing match looks like. Yep. One step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break everything you say to me. I've had that running in the back of my head for weeks now. Hello, cutie patootie. I don't want to look at any of this. It's gonna be lots of celebration and stuff. I don't know where we're gonna go from there. This is pretty great. A bunch of little things sprinkled in this episode that I really like. Like some of the faces feel really crisp. Some of the like building up scenes, the music all the way through is like a little different than it's ever been. It feels like there's been a shift in the tone, but then it still has themes or like motifs of all the previous songs. I really like this episode. Okay, well, there goes episode 32. I've got a word or a term of the week that I've used probably too many times over the last like week and a half in various shows, and that term or phrase is laser focused. It just so happens that a bunch of the episodes that we've had over the last couple weeks have been really concise, really focused in on a particular event or experience or moment, and this one feels like it's at least close to fitting that bill. At the very least, I think that this episode is pretty tight. It doesn't have a lot of fluff. Everything that is in here, I think, contributes to this sort of ramping tension, this build up to the staircase, and then the climax of the actual battle. The like emotional beats all feel like they're pulling from the past and incorporating all the previous arcs so that we don't really forget them. They're all just sort of sucked in. But again, each of them seems to be like laying out foundational pieces or taking foundational pieces that have already been established and putting them in place so that they're all lined up for us to climb the staircase up to the top of the mountain and defeat our opponent in the boxing ring at the top of the mountain. The other things that stood out to me were a few really crisp faces on Danpei, on Rikishi, on Joe in particular, a little bit on Mammoth, on Nishi, but mostly on Joe and Danpei in the ring, or coming up to the ring. I felt like a lot of those faces were really coherent, like really beautiful. And then the music hits a bunch of themes or a bunch of little melodies that are like one step removed from our previous very well-established melodies, where they still have the same themes or motifs in them, but then they're altered. There's a portion where we're approaching the steps where we just repeat the same portion of the theme, building in intensity a little bit every time, and I ended up like almost headbanging like a metalhead, and realizing that as I was doing it, that's like, well, this is weird. Why is this hitting me with the force of like, yeah, anthemic metal, let's go? When it's just the same theme portion over and over. It's that repetition, it's that build, it's that tension going up. And there's some expertise, there's some brilliance in putting all those elements together and making them work. I think that's really cool. So music lines up, themes being brought in and brought together and laid down as foundations all lines up. The whole episode then, I feel, centers around this moment. Like, we've been building to overcoming this, to stepping into this space. As Rikishi says, getting one step closer to me. We take that one step, and this time we succeed. I think it's great. The whole episode is centered entirely around that, with the buildup of the past, headed toward the future, and it weaves in new and extant symbolism to make it all work. I like it. Let's go through it. So we open not on Korakuen, but on the past, bringing it in. They're sending a telegram, which then lets us know Korakuen Hall is where we're headed next, which I think is great. This continues that sort of feeling of the town or the village being behind Joe. He's also got the prison behind him. He's impacting these groups of people, and he's becoming important to them. It's really cool. I really like it. It's a fun gag that they couldn't come up with what it was, and then he ends up sending like a wedding message, which is very silly. And then we open on Korakuen. Wow. And there's a sign. All the people all over, all these people here talking, looking at newspapers. It's just like when Joe sort of infiltrated, but this time he's on the other side of it, waiting for it to actually occur. It's really cool. We see all of these sort of glum, nervous faces, and then contrast that with Joe's nonchalance and energy, right? Nishi's among those who's freaking out. Okay, I just want to say, I love this. You're in a tense room with a bunch of people waiting for something to happen, right? And you're all sitting there, like a doctor's office. Everybody's sitting there, waiting at the doctor's office. The doctor's going to come out and call somebody in. Doctor comes out of the door. Everybody looks up from their magazines, right? Everybody wonders if it's going to be their moment. And we get that captured perfectly here. It's like really a familiar moment. A telegram for Joe. It's pretty silly. But it causes Joe to be a loudmouth and get everybody in the room against him. How dare this guy have fun and talk? Grr. Finding out exactly why Skeletor was in the prison. Yeah, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, there was this little whooshy moment where he looks around for the whoop whoop. I just kind of like it. Just kind of cute. And then Nishi's shaken, and needs to be smacked up in order to bring his head back into the game. Wham! You got it, Joe! Hey, could you all please stop yelling? You have to have some etiquette. He fights back. Oh, please ignore him. I'm not agitated. And then Danpei really yells at him, and we get this kind of like, this is a weird way to put it, but you know when you see a parent and a child in public and suddenly the parent slips and yells at their child the way that it becomes quite obvious that they very frequently yell at their child and nobody else was expecting it? That's what this feels like. It's like, everybody's like, oh, we're all coaches. Whoa, that's an abuser. It's like, he's so loud. But it's fine. It's like, we know Danpei. We know that he and Joe are both in the same rough and tumble fucked up realm, sort of. Oh, man. So we say goodbye to Nishi and Tange, and they go off to fight, and we don't follow. We don't get to watch Mad with Nishi's match. It's really sad. But it puts us into Joe's mindset, into that waiting room feeling, having to watch your kind of partner go out there and do his thing and not getting to know what's happening while it's happening. I'll be fine, Joe. But he's not. The first victory and good luck to you. And we watch him go up the stairs and disappear. And everybody sort of laughs at them for only having 1 second. You're not good enough. And then he hits him back with the same line. It almost gets the old man to fight him. Amazing. Then we drop into darkness and bring back all this, like, psychological stuff. The village rooting for him, all these people, everybody watching. I've got to do my best. And then Nishi's in, bleeding, not well. And he lost by TKO. Through no fault of his own. Yeah, it's too bad. But, like, you have to... The rules are clear. Like, if bleeding is bleeding and it keeps opening up, especially if it's around the eye and gonna cause a boxer to not be able to see, it's gonna get stopped. It sucks that it ends up being a TKO and considered a loss instead of like a draw or a rematch, but it is what it is. Be careful, it's tougher than I expected. No worries, man, you would have won if you hadn't gotten injured. Wham! The door opens. Whoa. Your match is now. Okay. So we do this big, echoey scene. We get these really up-close, super hyper-close-up faces. Joe, then Tange. And then we're walking. See, the whole thing starts with, like, bump, bump, little beats of the whole melody that are familiar, but a little bit different. It's new. And then I don't have the musical theory to know this, but this sounds like it's been transposed to a different key or like shifted at least a note or two. Because that's dun da da, not dun da da. It's like it's off a little bit, but I don't know the music theory to know how changed it is. If anybody wants to figure out what the difference between those two tracks is, I would love you forever. But we go through all these various scenes of walking together until we pan down to this, like, beautiful, ethereal staircase into heaven, you know? Off into the light. And we frame really hard on it. That's an intricate shot, too, with the characters moving past us. And they start locking step. We hold. You finally made it. Bam. Our tomorrow awaits atop these stairs. We hold it with them in frame, and then without. We just let it sit. That's our image. It's time to climb. So here's where we get some crispy faces. With the light coming from above, both our characters, like, raising their heads, looking at each other. We get this tear in Donpei's eye. Thank you so much for walking this far with me, and congratulations on your debut. Square and formal, and we get a great little blink, like the way that his head turns and flick. And he hits it with the Tange-kun and the little blat. Way back and forth. And they step in perfect unison. Boom, 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 boom. And they're bobbing across the walk cycle together. It hits me in the chest, man. The view comes into focus atop the stairs, and there's the ring, man. It's overwhelmingly bright. It's too much. It's like the whole goal. And there it is. Now you're welcome here, yeah? It's another set of great faces. That's literally all it is. It's just that little musical And it just continues. It doesn't stop. It doesn't change. It doesn't even get more intense. It just feels like it gets more intense, doesn't it? With the little smile on Tange and the stretch of the... it's so cool. It just feels like pure triumph. Then the little slip and the catch from Tange. And then the face. And then the face. This is artistic. Iconic. Yeah? Like, instantly iconic. One of my big questions was, okay, assuming that we do skip to the ring, how are we going to do it? How are we going to set this moment apart from every beginning of a fight that we've had before? And this is the answer. We're going to use multiple minutes. We're going to build up the emotions. We're going to set some, like, slow tension. And then we're going to do this gradual ramp as we head to and then up the stairs with this musical build. It's fucking awesome. We spiral through the colored sky for a little bit, show the face of our opponent for the very first time, announce our fighters. And when Joe's name is shouted out to the audience, they scream. Look at that. All these characters look like they're from, like, Blackjack. Just a huge crowd yelling. Shocking everybody. Wolf Kanaguchi and his guy, Rikishi, nobody was expecting this. Everybody's interested in seeing what Joe can do. Come on, Joe, say something. Say something to them. What a change. And we've got the tears in Dampei's eyes. I said something here that I think lands. Joe's never been the center of attention unless he's done something foolish to grab it, to demand everybody else's attention. And I wonder how much of Joe's actions over his life is about trying to get other people's attention upon him, right? About trying to not be neglected. And I don't think that this is necessarily conscious. I don't think he's thinking like, I need the attention of other people. I need people to focus on me. I think he's thinking, I'm a stray dog. I don't need nobody. But I think his subconscious is like, I desperately need connection and to be witnessed, to be seen, and to be praised, and to be seen as good enough, right? Or better than good enough, seen as great. So why get in trouble with people in positions of authority all the time? Well, because then they notice you. Then they treat you like you exist, right? Now Joe doesn't have to deal with that. He's in the center of the stage. All the attention is on him. And yet he still jumps back to acting a little bit like a clown. But it's like a totally, the way we do these faces back and forth, it's like this is a totally new experience for Joe. Having all this attention on him, being on stage with a bunch of people watching. It can be exhilarating, addicting, terrifying. Lots of people are very afraid of being in public like this, being seen like this. But it can be exhilarating, and Joe is built for it. He's 100% built for it. He needs it. Say something, go! And he ends up being goofy, right? Woohoo! Woohoo! Jumps around, and we turn over to being like, oh gosh, this is pretty annoying. I bet Murase-kun's gonna beat the shit out of him. We have this lovely little question from these two. Is he just acting like a star, or is he really a star? And Wolf Kanaguchi just wants to kill him. You attention whore. He's no big deal. What do you mean? He's been fighting for a long time. Yeah, well, his nose has been broken, so I think I got it. I got it, no problem. Okay, then, let's get into the match. I love this Rikishi face. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can point to exactly one element of why I love it. It's right here. It's this little dark shadow triangle. Everything else about the face is cool. The like angle of it, the chin visible from beneath is all neat. All the shading and shadowing is exactly what I would come to expect. But that little triangle and the way that it matches with this stuff up here, I fucking love. I don't know why, but I think it's so crispy. I think it's so pretty. Don't want to give him a bad fight. Everybody's here to cheer on Joe, and the bell rings, and he's under pressure. This Murase guy is no joke. Comes in for the beatdown, and, well, This is either going to go one of two ways. Joe's going to keep getting beaten down, or he's going to counter. And he counters. I really like, we're going to get to the Rikishi moment, because he's really beating him down. We turn over, and we have a Jodan. Yeah. We have Shiraki Yoko say, I think he was just acting like a star. And then Rikishi corrects her. He goes, well, I've seen this before. I don't think I'm worried. Huh? Do you think I'm worried? And then, heh, 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 oh, you asshole. Not even guarding? Let me just attack the shit out of you. Well, yeah, but we've seen this before. Oh, yes, we have. Those bleary eyes clear right up as he blinks, and Joe lands the counterpunch that's made his name. And this time, he doesn't even drop to a knee, doesn't even take a step. He cross counters, and Murase falls, and Joe is a victor. 1-0 professional record. Yabuki Joe. The cross counter from hell! Now you've taken another step closer to me. And with everybody celebrating, we end the episode there, with Joe having climbed the top of this first little teeny tiny mountain. Beautiful. I think this episode was beautiful. I think it was concise. I think it was tight. I think it had no added fluff that didn't contribute in a significant way to the themes or the core or the flow or the feel or the emotions or whatever. It all felt like it locked in, and the episode did exactly what it needed to do to get Joe into the boxing world in a compelling and interesting way. And now we get to move one step closer to whatever's next. We're really building up Wolf Kaneguchi as this sort of interim rival between Joe and Rikishi, and I'm excited for that to build a little further, because Wolf has a real grudge to hold against Joe, real fury, and he's actually a really quite a good boxer who's been tricked once before, you could say, and might be unable to be tricked again. So, Joe has proven over and over that he can win, but he's only really done it with the same technique. He's going to need something else. He's going to need something else, especially if he's facing against somebody he's already defeated with the cross counter. He might need a new tool in his toolbox. We'll have to see if he has the wherewithal to learn it, or if his new victory goes to his head and makes him a little bit too arrogant. Next time on Ashita no Joe. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thoughts, comments, concerns, drop them in the comments. I'll talk through them next week if there's anything interesting there. And I look forward to seeing you next time on Ashita no Joe, or you can get a little bit early on the Patreon. Otherwise, right here on the YouTube next Thursday. Much love. Peace.